grind. Hey, when you speak your mind, hey, take it, speak your mind. Shit, shout out, speak your mind. Hey, on your grind. Wait, when you speak your mind.
What was that?
Anyway,
I didn't know where you were going with that.
are tuned into
Speak Your Mind 2.0 SYM Networks. Speak Your Mind.
We back.
Hey man.
I don't know what kind of intro that was, but we just gonna let that ride. Like that didn't just happen.
Hey man. You know, it's Monday. You know, we just gotta come back off the weekend just feeling good, feeling loose, chilling, relaxing. What else can we say? You know. So no, it's your boy Seth.
This your boy Ty.
Hey man. Yeah, man. Where do we even start? No, it's been an interesting weekend. You know, coming back from what last time we talked to y'all, 4th of July
was
this
around
coming
that
up?
time, yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, Ty, how was your 4th of July? Give them the 411.
I mean, literally, I ain't do nothing. I had to work 4th of July night, but at the same time too, birthday was on the 5th. I had a nice birthday dinner on the 9th. So all I could really ask for. And then on top of that too, just been grinding. You know, like I said, you know. And real quick too, we just said 300 subscribers, so can we get the round of applause button, sir?
Yes, sir. Hold on, let me find that real quick. Oh, give it.
That helps too, but we need the applause.
Yes, right here.
And on top of that too, one of our videos just got over 1,000 views, so applause again, sir. So just really just been grinding, you know. So now we're just back on schedule with the pods and just the consistent upload. So that's all that been for me. You, sir?
4th of July was cool. Just chilled around. Didn't do too much. Yeah, just laid around. Gotta kick it with close friends. Enjoyed his birthday. You know, did a whole bunch of just chilling. You know, just staying low.
Yeah. Well, now all that chilling, let's get back into business.
Facts.
So. First things up, topic-wise, we got college football. Now, pretty sure by now you already know what's going on. It's the new landscape of college football that's about to take over soon with the expansions of conferences in a way combining to join one big power conference, and by that I mean the Big Ten and Pac-12 are now merging, you know, specific schools to join the Big Ten, and by specific I mean the faces of the Pac-12 with UCLA and USC now joining the Big Ten in, 2 years or next year?
2 years, 2024.
So just given the announcement of that when that dropped, and now how college football will be going forward with, you know, SC and UCLA going into Big Ten, like, what's your overall opinion on it?
I mean, we're basically turning the NCAA into, like, the mini NFL in totality. If we're really going to look at it like that, we're going to have two divisions or two conferences.
Well, they saying 3, but
I feel like it's going to be just one big old thing. They're going to figure out a way to like split it all off and have.
Because I seen a
teams.
graphic of the Big 12, and they had some Pac-12 schools going into the Big 12 with already teams like UC, I think UCF, and a few other schools going into the Big 12 next year.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. It's good. It's just. We're basically seeing the money take over the game.
It's
in a way.
TV deals.
Yeah,
the
the
TV deals.
Because I was just about to say, the Big Ten. They were just in negotiations with like Fox and ABC, Amazon, like literally like a big old contract deal. We're almost worth $1 billion.
And every school is going to get at least $100 million.
So you already know what that was all about.
And then with SC and with USC and UCLA, it was pretty much like a package deal. Like they wanted in on that, and the Big Ten said, "Hey, let's make a deal."
Yeah.
Because UCLA was going to follow USC regardless. So
you're going to take both Cali teams regardless.
That exactly, and they were the faces of the Pac-12. But also too, it's like now, you know. Now, granted, Nick Saban, of course, he had to give his stupid opinion on it, and he said like this in totality. He feels like the tradition of certain conferences
are going to be them. I agree with. I kind of feel like that. Well,
I agree to an extent, but it's at the same time too. It's like dog, why are you even tripping? You getting paid regardless.
Right.
You've always been in a good situation.
But that's the traditionalist mindset. Because I do feel like we're going to get away from tradition. I mean, it's not going to be in these next couple of years, but, you know, the next
down the line,
next like 5-6 years, we're going to see some stuff just wither away. Like, dang, what happened to that? So that is my only concern about them combining and making these super conferences. But my question is, what are they going to do about all the smaller schools? Are they just, because how are they going to really try and compete with your top 5, top 10 power schools?
I mean, honestly, I don't know. I really don't know.
Because at this point, it's like, who's got it? We're seeing with, again, the NIL deals. We're seeing who's got the bigger wallet. Like, you're going to attract the kids that can get the money faster. So it's like, am I really going to spend my time going to I mean, granted, you know, not everybody's a 4-star, 5-star, and a decent 3-star, but, you know, most people are trying to get to the Power 5 schools or top schools. So they're going to go and chase the money however they can. So
right now, my thing going back to USC, UCLA. Now, given the distance from the West Coast, Midwest, and the East Coast,
yeah, this is going to be
the
wild.
scheduling is going to be crazy. Because my opinion, I just feel like when it comes to games like a SC versus a Michigan, Ohio State, a Michigan State, a Penn State, or even a Wisconsin, you got to have like a primetime game in the actual Big Ten region. You can't have a primetime game out west because a lot of us ain't gonna really want to stay up that late to watch that, knowing that they are a 3-hour time difference between here and out west.
And we're just talking about football. We're not even talking about like
basketball,
all the
stuff.
other sports that college campuses have. This is going to be insane.
This is gonna be different, you know. And I just feel like because like I know for a fact all teams are going to play at each other's stadium. So like when teams in the Midwest have to go out west to UCLA and SC, I just feel like you got to make it like a 3:30 game for them, which will be 6:30 out here for us. You can't make it a new game because then that would be 3:30 for us or something like that, or 3:00 for us out here.
Yeah, something.
And you definitely can. And like I said, you cannot make that a night game. If you do, it has to be at 5:00. It has to be. That's the only way we'll be able to watch it because it'll be 8:00 out here.
Well, you gotta think about. I mean, with this TV deal, I mean, who do they really care about who's watching? I mean, they're gonna
have to because it's the
right.
Big Ten. Like we have a better audience. Like given each team's like audience, like fan base with Ohio State being up there. Like I don't know who's two, but I'll just say Michigan.
Yeah, we up there.
I know that, but I'm just saying. But
I was about to say, don't hate on us.
I'm not hating on y'all.
Don't hate.
I don't know. I really don't know who's number 2 in the Big Ten as far as like fan base.
Come on now, it's us.
Because Penn State can give y'all run for your money too. Fan base wise. I don't know
about that one.
But I'm just saying, okay, I know for a fact they're gonna make down the line they're gonna make Ohio State and USC like a primetime game. I know that for a fact. And knowing how Ohio State fan bases can travel, going back to 2013, where we pretty much took over Cal Stadium. You do that with USC, that's a attention right there because they know our fans travel.
Right.
So you make a primetime game with SC and Ohio State, again, 5 p.m. out there, 8 p.m. out here. It's gonna be watched. And TV the people that's in charge of the TV stations, they're gonna want our fan base to watch that.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just thinking about. I mean that Billy's going to stretch. They're probably not worried about ratings that much if they're giving out.
They got to. If they talking about each school can get up to $100 million with this contract, for a fact they hardly care about ratings. They have to.
They got to. You're right. I don't know. It's just going to be interesting with this new realignment situation. We're going to get a taste of it. No, we're going to get the taste of it first because USC and UCLA come to us in 2024, and then
I thought they come next year.
No, 2024, and then Texas and Oklahoma don't go
until next year,
until 25. Because they gotta wait. They gotta wait.
Oh, okay.
So
But
it's gonna be interesting though. That's all I'm saying.
But
It's just gonna be interesting.
also too, I want to say too. Now we finally get to see Lincoln Riley versus Ryan Day.
Very true.
Because that I'm not gonna lie, like
We don't gotta wait for the bowl game.
Exactly, we
for
ain't
the
gotta wait.
mastermind.
Now we can finally see them, head to head on a consistent basis. Like, all right, bet, let's see who's the better, offensive
and also
mind.
that's really going to be interesting though, because I mean,
'Cause
granted,
both of them are like the same. They both great offensive minded guys. They know how to recruit offensively. They get the high end caliber QBs, wide receivers. Like.
well, I'm saying from like this the standpoint of getting, because we go into California pretty deep. Big Ten schools
Oh yeah.
travel very well in those areas. So
Right.
now being able to officially go in there
And
heavily
and start
start-
plugging people
yeah.
that we want out of their territory. It's
so
like
it's going to be really interesting with the recruiting battle now
and
in California.
right, and also too to kind of wrap this up, my thing now too is the Rose Bowl situation because
Yeah, that's going to be interesting too.
UCLA plays in the Rose Bowl as their home stadium,
Right.
and I was listening to Bucknuts, that's the Ohio State radio podcast. They were talking about the potential of going back and forth between Indy and Cali as far as like the Big Ten championship game wise.
Yeah.
Me personally, I wouldn't mind that to go back and forth, but until then, keep it in Indy because we've been doing that for so long. And again, before this new alignment, the Big Ten and Pac-12 already had an agreement on the Rose Bowl being built for them for so long until the playoff happens, and then you get other teams involved too. But still, like, just that's a nostalgia stadium for us to play in.
Right.
But now it's like now we're going to play in there consistently, but it's just UCLA stadium until bowl season.
Yeah. It's going to be interesting. We're seeing, like I said, we're seeing the landscape change right in front of our eyes. We're going to see a whole lot of new crazy things happen. It's going to be wild.
Insane. So moving on to NFL, boy, I don't know where to start because there's a lot going on. Because my man,
I was about to say,
I'll let you lead this one.
Let's speak on Lamar. I feel like people are really like coming at his neck for no apparent reason.
And it's just funny how you taking up for him knowing that he's a Raven and you a Steelers fan.
I mean, yeah, but I fucked with Lamar when he was at Louisville. So, and who that is our Vic in my opinion. He is our Vic of our Vic-esque.
But
I'll say
but
like that.
we grew up in a way with the Michael Vick era when he got to the league. We didn't see him play at Virginia Tech, but we seen him in the league.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like that's our representation of Vic. We could say like, hey, this is our closest.
That's the protege of Vic.
Yeah, he's in that lineage, that tree. But no, I want to speak on Lamar. Like, come on now. With the slander that he's getting right now is crazy because they're saying like he no wide receivers want to go to him or go to Baltimore because
now and
he's not a good quarterback, quote unquote.
And specifically, a former teammate was saying this too, right?
Not a former teammate, a former player that was on the Ravens back when Ray Lewis and
he's from a whole different.
Yeah,
he's from a whole different.
Yeah, he's an old former player, so he's just speaking on shit that you don't know about.
Go on with that, man. Like,
so, I can't remember my man's name, but he's a former safety. He was a former safety for the Ravens back in 2005, around that time probably.
Gotcha.
But yeah, he's speaking on Lamar like he can't be a good quarterback, and that's why receivers don't want to come to the Ravens. No, that's not correct. First of all, the organization is doing a poor job at keeping wide receivers and also drafting wide receivers. Granted, They just picked up I forget his name as well. His name is slipping me right now. But in last year's draft, not this past draft, but the following year's draft.
What college did he come from?
I want to say he came from was it Wake Forest?
I think I know who it is. I just forgot his name.
I definitely just need to look it up and fact check myself. But in regards to that, they only got one like diamond in the rough so far.
And that's Hollywood Brown.
No, they traded Hollywood Brown away.
Oh my God.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, how are you putting Lamar in the best situation
when he has no one to throw to?
One to throw to, and also the offensive line was decimated all year. That's why he was hurt. So it's like you're not giving him And on top of that, he didn't have KJ, so
He didn't have JK either.
I said JK. Yeah, I meant JK. I said KJ. But yeah, he didn't have his full array of weapons.
Arsenal weapons. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like, why are we speaking low on Lamar when we just seen his crazy MVP season? Damn near I can't remember. Was that his rookie year or his sophomore year?
I think it was the year after his rookie year.
So sophomore year.
Yeah.
So crazy sophomore year. So it's like, why are we doubting his ability right now? So my fault. It just flabbergasted me. It's just like, what the? But no, I don't know. I just feel like the Ravens need to put better pieces around him. Literally, you just traded the wide receiver you were paying the most money to, and his
where is
main
he going now?
I believe Hollywood went to the Cardinals. I want to say that.
So you give Kyler Murray more weapons to throw to, but not Lamar?
Don't make no sense. And then you're just leaving him with a tight end. Granted, their tight end is nice. Matthews.
Yeah, but still though, like, I ain't know it was this bad.
It's bad, like, and also you're forcing him to come into training camp with no deal because he's at the end of his contract.
Pay that man.
But they're not trying to pay him because they're trying to say that he was hurt. He didn't play the rest of the year. We don't know what we're getting ourselves into, but it's crazy though. He's coming into
like y'all losing faith
camp
on the last pick of the first round.
Hey man, I don't get it. I don't get it.
Like
you
come on.
You want these high expectations, but you're not giving him the people and pieces to work with. So
right now, my thing with Tyreek Hill is just like, dude, I'm gonna need you to shut up because the season hasn't started yet, and you having Tua's name in your mouth consistently is not helping y'all chemistry. Because recently he was on his podcast and I forgot what he said verbatim, but what did he say? He said what Tua can't get the job done or something like that, or in that realm.
No, he was saying that Tua can get the job done. He was speaking highly of Tua, but it was just like,
dog, like
you gotta slow down. It was like more or less you gotta slow down on putting this light on him right now.
Exactly, because it's like, don't get me wrong, I feel like Tua Tagovailoa is a good quarterback, and I just feel like I feel like some of these QBs that were highly, talked about in college, when they get to the league, it's like the development of their, pro career doesn't go the best. Is not developed the best.
Right.
And I feel like his development wasn't the best.
I mean, also he was hurt too.
Exactly.
That's also the.
And plus, too, didn't he kind of like his rookie year? Didn't he come in early in the season when one of the QBs got hurt?
Yeah, he led them to like was it a 500 record, I believe? Like it was like an upside going into the next season, but then he got hurt again.
Right, and I just felt like certain QBs like that is like they're quick to lose the faith in them without giving them time to without giving them the time to really develop or learn the system, or better yet learn from a veteran QB that's been around for so long. Like, y'all just throwing them into the fire. Yeah. Now, some cases, yeah, you have to, but in other cases, like if you have a decent QB that can
groom them,
yeah, like y'all should be able to trust that process. But
I was about to say that the word grooming is funny right now because was it Ryan Tannehill down in Tennessee?
Yeah,
he was feeling away when they drafted Malik Willis. And he was like, they asked him, are you gonna show him the ropes? Guide him. He said, absolutely not. He was brought here for a reason. I'm like, dang, bro, he just got. So it's like, it's funny how we.
But it's like also too, like the saying, some veteran guys, they see a highly ranked person get drafted to them, they see them as a threat because it's a job. But it's like, dog. Malik Willis is not going to start no time soon this season. He'll get some PT time, but he ain't about to take nobody's job.
Granted, yeah. But at the same time,
Because wait, didn't he get drafted to the Seahawks, right?
No, he went to Tennessee.
Oh, I don't know why. I thought he went to Seattle. Maybe because I just thought that was the best spot for him to go to. But
yeah, I just said Ryan Tannehill.
I meant like Malik Willis. I thought he got drafted to the Seahawks, but I just felt like that was the best spot for him to go to.
Yeah. But no, I do get the job aspect. You know, you're protecting your income, your bread, your resource of living. So I get it, but at the same time, you know, you're trying to better the team, better in the betterment of the team. Let me say it like that. But you know, you gotta just work through that. I don't understand the selfishness of that. You know, you still gotta.
I mean, look what Brett Favre did to Aaron Rodgers.
Right. I mean, you're gonna still reap the benefits of all that stardom. You're going to get your money somehow if you guys end up winning and doing more great things. So you know, I don't know. I might be rambling. I might be talking too much, but who knows?
Yeah, who knows? But also too, sticking with NFL, it's a possible that what is it with the 49ers and Seahawks making trades back and forth with each other, knowing that they're in a rival and knowing that they're rivals.
You know that's a good point. I felt like that too, but I don't know. I think they like that they got
like that pipeline or
yeah,
something.
they got that connection. So it's like
because it's like now there's rumors saying that Jimmy G might be going to the Seahawks. I'm like, really? Y'all gonna keep him in the same division, knowing you got to play him?
Mm-hmm.
It's like the same thing when y'all did with Richard Sherman going to the 49ers. I'm like, wait a minute, hold up, what?
That's a fact. I don't know. That is interesting, but also they're talking about Jimmy G going to the Giants too. So I don't know. We don't know.
At this point, again, I said this all camera. Any QB that goes to the Giants, they're going to die.
I mean, they're getting better though. I mean, they're focusing on defense as of right now.
But you need a QB to help win games.
Very true. But you know, they're putting all the
emphasis on defense.
All the emphasis on defense, and on the offensive side, they're putting all the emphasis on
O-line.
Not O-line, but they want to get the O-line better, but their workhorse is Saquon. Yeah, Saquon. So
I feel like you don't need to focus on him. You need other pieces to help, you know, take the pressure off of him.
Right.
Because we've seen what that pressure did. He tore his ACL.
Twice? It was it twice he tore his ACL, or was
he
it
did
just
something the
once?
second time, but his sophomore year he tore his ACL.
Okay. But I don't know.
That was the weight of his body mass and the pressure of all the pressure being on him as a Giant.
Right. That was a pass. Stupid.
I'm just saying.
You're right. But I don't know. We gonna figure it out though. We're gonna see what happened to Jimmy G. But I feel like, you know, Jimmy G also gets a bad rap. He's a decent
good. He needs a decent good quarterback.
Decently good.
We'll go with that. Decently good.
Decently good quarterback.
We just not going to ignore the fact that he led the 49ers to a Super Bowl game. Granted, they lost, but
it was by his kind of mistake. You know, he overthrew the pass that could have beat the Chiefs. But that is neither here nor there.
But still, he got them to a championship.
Right. He got them to a championship, and then he was also
so he shows you that he can lead a team.
Right, and he was also there this past playoff run, leading the 49ers to the NFC. I would say the NFC championship game this past year too.
So yeah, like this past season, he had a good year. So like, I don't know why he's getting flack for anything he's been doing, but in my eyes, like, granted, I'd rather him go to the Seahawks. It's just, I don't know. I really don't know.
We're going to figure it out, though. I mean, he's going to find a new home. Because we definitely know that the 49ers are ready for Trey Lance to step up and be the guy.
Yeah.
Give them a new dynamic.
Right. And also, too, sticking with the NFL, The Pivot recently had an episode with the Jamarcus Russell. And, of course, you know, if anyone knows who Jamarcus Russell was, just long story short, he was the NFL's most hyped but yet biggest bust the NFL has ever produced.
He said, if you're going to call me a bust, call me the biggest.
Right.
Granted, you know,
but that's the thing.
In context, though.
But that's leading to my question. Do you think he was the biggest bust the NFL had?
Still, yes. I mean, yes, but the circumstances that how he was explaining it now, and we actually know kind of more backstory. I mean, he could be fabricating, but at the same time, it makes all the sense in the world, though, what he's saying. He even said that, first of all, the Raiders never wanted him. And
I believe it.
And I actually thought about that really hard. I'm like, I'm thinking about the coach. It was John Gruden back then. He had a lot of coaches. Now that he said that too, I was like, dang, he really went through like 3 different coaches, and then you leave off of John Gruden. I mean, we see
the fallout with him.
We see what's going on here, and then he was very young. He was in the league at what 20, 21.
God, that's a kid.
Bro, that's what I'm saying.
I feel like in NFL, that's a kid. Like you, 20-year-old, you a 20-year-old in the NFL, you a kid,
baby. So it's like, he's learning all this stuff at the same time. All this money's coming at him, and he even said it. He didn't really have like all the people that he was trying to
bring along with him.
Not to bring along with him, quote unquote, but just the people in the locker room, like the OGs and stuff. The Raiders would just ship him out. And he wouldn't be able to.
He wasn't really embraced like he wanted to be embraced.
Yeah, I mean, granted, with the coaching staff, like we just said, they didn't really want him. They kind of played him a little bit throughout the years, but like he couldn't find like a mentor, quote unquote. Like
I got you.
He couldn't find like that security blanket almost, but like having conversations and stuff and hearing like people saying like that's where the NFL Players Association comes into effect. Yes, but how do we? He doesn't even have that information to go get, quote unquote. No one's pulling him aside and being like, "Hey, X, Y, and Z." Granted, yes, you can do your he could have did his due diligence and did the research, but again, young. He was like 21, 20 years old, getting into the league, eyes wide open,
still a baby in the league.
So I get with that sentiment. So I mean, the interview itself kind of shed a little light. That accent was crazy. It made me laugh. I was like, this dude right here.
Right.
Oh no, I mean, it definitely shed a new light, in my opinion, and it showed me that. I mean, people were saying like he drank lean and stuff.
I did. I was seeing thumbnails of that. I'm like, why they got pictures of lean?
But it was. But he even said it in the interview. It was by accident. He wasn't at the age of 14. That's when he got hooked on it. So and it was like on some like random shit. Like he was playing basketball at the court, and he went to go get in a cooler and get something to drink, and it was a lean cup or dirty Faygo.
Dirty Sprite.
Yeah, dirty Sprite, dirty Faygo, and yeah, that's when he got hooked on it. So.
But wait, who brings Faygo to a basketball game? I'm just saying.
Just the old niggas. Because he's from Louisiana. They do that shit. Or not Louisiana, Alabama. He said he's from Alabama.
He in that borderline.
Yeah, he in that area. So niggas down south.
They know how to get wild. Let's just say that.
They do that instead of smoking for real. So like.
Yeah, but now like just my personal take on it. I still need to finish watching the interview, but I just feel like. Because I remember at one point, just seeing him play, I just felt like he just looked sluggish.
Mm-hmm.
And plus, wasn't he like 6'8", 6'9" at QB?
He was huge.
Like that was just different. Like you never expect to see a QB at that height.
Mm-hmm. Granted, this was what?
This was back when we was coming up.
Yeah, when we were young, so we.
But I still remembered it.
Mm-hmm.
Still remember him. Like, dang, he's that tall as a QB.
Because his last year was 2009. So.
And that was horrendous.
Boy. But just like he was saying in his interview, it was just a lot of things didn't turn out in his favor, and he even said he was going through a lot of stuff.
And I believe it. I believe it too.
So it's like going through a lot of shit on top of being 21, on top of being the number 1 draft pick, on top of being at a team that don't want you, on top of it.
I just felt like once he got to the league, he really had no like. Not safety net, but like no one to confine into as far as like, hey, I'm going through something. I need some help. Yeah, he never really had that, and that kind of let him do the stuff that he ended up ultimately doing. Now, granted, it's not all on him. It's both parties put more so into it than just all on him. Mm-hmm. It would be different if he did everything, but given what he said in the interview, it was like they set him up to fail,
right? And
then he took the bait,
right? So I was about to say, what you think? Going back to college football real quick. What you think about your boys signing this NIL deal just now, just this past Sunday?
Who did?
CJ, Ijigba, and who's y'all's top or was it Trayvon Henderson?
Trevion Henderson.
Yeah, Trayvon Henderson. Who's y'all's top corner? Burke?
Yeah, Denzel Burke.
Yeah. So, was it all of them just signed a big ass
NIL deal.
NIL deal with was it American Eagle, Abercrombie and Fitch, just like a big old brand deal just to give back to the community. So they just got.
I mean, like I said the last time we was talking on the podcast, like what Ohio State's doing with their NIL deals, they flat out said we're not giving you money up front, but we're showing you the blueprint on what you can get once you come here. And I feel like players like you just mentioned, Stroud, Henderson, Burke, and Jigba, like all of them, had great seasons, and they deserve the money that they deserve these deals that they're getting.
Right.
So I just feel like when it comes to NIL deals, it's like if you put in the work, you're going to get noticed. And if you go to a program like Ohio State, like in Michigan, granted, y'all ain't really giving out money right now, but
we getting there slowly but surely.
Sadly, slowly, but like just teams that are have a great foundation and is a money draw, you're going to get paid regardless. Now, granted, we ain't talking Texas A&M where they just throwing money at kids to be like, hey, come play for here.
Like that shit rain.
Like literally just making it rain. I'm like, golly.
I was about to say it was American Eagle, DSW, Value City Furniture.
Oh man, they crib's about to be looking nice with the furniture.
So it was like a donation to or it was showing in support of y'all's football program, and then
but just like again, it's like you put in the work, you gonna get rewarded, and again, like with now college players finally getting compensated for the work they put in, they deserve these deals,
right?
So I have no problem with that. Get the money while you can, and just again, your hard work is showing on why you deserve that deal.
Facts.
Now going to the NBA.
NBA, yes sir.
Mr. LeBron James was back in the Drew League. The last time we seen him was during the lockout, and he was going crazy back then. Went crazy this past weekend.
He dropped 40.
Dropped a 40 piece with DeMar DeRozan. And again, like we did a reaction to this not so long ago, as far as like the criticism LeBron gets from a lot of sports critics, a la Skip Bayless, and I say them for a specific reason, because he's the biggest LeBron critic I've ever came across since I've been watching sports, and it's just like, dog, what more can this man do for you to literally hop up off of him? Literally, because at the age that he's at, the condition that he's in,
right? You
can't tell me that
no one's up there, or he's not that. He's not him.
Exactly, and seeing what he did in this Drew League, it reminds us, like, this is really, at the age that he's at, he's really out here balling like this.
He looks like slim.
Nah,
he looks real slender. I've
been saying this for a minute. Him not being in the playoffs was a good thing for him, mentally and physically, because he doesn't have to stress about, okay, it's another round in the playoffs. I gotta get back. I gotta get my mental awareness back up for the playoffs, and make sure my teammates are on the same page as me. Like, all that is a lot of pressure that he's put on himself.
Right.
Granted, I don't feel like he did that himself, but it's like the position he got put in. Like, hey, our team was good. We in the playoffs. Boom. But he just did it consistently for the past 5 seasons. Like, he's been to 10 NBA finals. He's been to almost every playoff since 07?
Yeah.
So, yeah, like him not being in these last few playoffs in a way is a good thing for him, because
it's preserving his body.
Exactly.
Oh, no, I just feel like, for real, like literally over the course of time, I've seen Bron literally like slim down, but he's gotten so like
muscular.
Like, yeah, he's like toned. Like, I'm like, damn, bro, like.
Because I
remember him being like scrawny LeBron going into the league, and then
what was it, 06, 07, just out of nowhere, just built. Like,
yeah, and then
when he went to Miami, it's like, okay, this dude is a freak. This is a freak.
Huge.
Like, who made this dude out of a lab? And like I said, I was fortunate enough to meet Miami Heat LeBron. Like, when they say he was 6'8", like 280, he legit was that in person. I'm like, God, this dude is legit everything he is on the stat sheet. But I definitely agree with you, because even when he went back to Cleveland, he slimmed down a lot too, and it was like, it looks different. But he said he did it for a reason, because he said, I guess, all that dunking and stuff and the weight that he had was causing pressure on his knees.
Zion. You hear that, right?
So stop being on them crawfish. Stop being all that shrimp.
Yeah,
You
gotta slow that down, buddy.
Exactly.
But I was about to say we kind of went off on a tangent. The real question was, with everything that is going on in the trade deadline and off season right now, LeBron and Westbrook
Or not seeing eye to eye.
Not seeing eye to eye. But as of right now, breaking news. Westbrook is trying to force his way out of LA right now.
Now,
But the only thing is, the Lakers need help to pull off a three-team trade because no one is outright picking up Westbrook with that big ass contract.
Now, if that's true, if they
And Kyrie is trying to come.
is somehow, some way, if they can let him go, do they pay him the rest of that money, or they save some of that money for Kyrie?
Well, that's what the three-team trade is. So the Lakers or the Nets would send Kyrie, and the Lakers would send Westbrook to, like, I think the teams that are like in discussions right now would be like the Pacers, the Spurs, and
I'll say the Pacers, because now them picking up who did they pick up? DeAndre Ayton.
No, I think he went back to Phoenix. I think he went back to Phoenix.
You went back?
Yeah, he signed. The Suns matched him,
Oh,
so they paid Ayton all the big bucks.
gotcha.
But
I can't.
yeah.
I don't know about the Spurs because they in
but
the
it's
rebuilding
not
process.
it's not even that he would be on the team, like he would be on the roster. Like they would pick him up and then cut him and like let him go.
So kind of like what they did with Melo.
Almost, yes.
That's still messed up.
Granted, they gonna pay him his money, but you're not seeing the light of day on our team. So that's how the three-team trade will work. But I don't know. I mean, the only thing is, who is really gonna take on that
Responsibility.
The Lakers definitely need to throw in a draft pick along with that because that's going to compensate the quote unquote the money.
Right, because
So,
I just feel like, if this does go through and Kyrie ultimately ends up in LA,
they've been saying
because again, I feel like this is in a way where I still have a lot of respect for Kyrie. When he admitted that he was just ultimately immature when LeBron came to Cleveland, he said looking back on it, if he didn't have that mindset, they would have been perfectly fine.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like now with him being older, because he's 27, 28.
I think so, yeah.
So with him having like an older mindset, I feel like now, him and Bron probably made up behind closed doors, which is all.
He just didn't want to get little bro no more. He thought he was.
But it's like
dog.
you were going to get little bro regardless, man. Like
That was it. I mean, granted, yes, you hit the shot.
But what do you think him and Kobe was like?
I mean, you're right. That's totally different though.
But still though, like
he
Kobe's an OG. You a young buck coming up in the league talking about you can take Kobe 1-on-1, but then he locked you down in the season. But you still looked up to Kobe. Like you still went to him for advice. That's still like a little bro, big bro moment. You just didn't like it how Bron did it when Bron was only trying to teach you what you needed to hear, not what you wanted to hear yourself.
Basically,
like, come on now.
That's all it was. But I mean, now he's kind of seeing like I mean, granted, over the course of the few past years, he's been wilding. So I feel like now he's being centered and like trying to fix his.
He's being zenned.
Yeah, his reputation. He definitely wants to fix his reputation. I think but at the
like,
same time,
but it's
he's
like he
still
calls
being
that himself.
Yes, but he also is still being unapologetic for what he's doing though. So it's like 50-50, but
yeah.
But regardless, though, the Lakers, if they can get Kyrie, I think they would be a contender. But we still need to see if Anthony Davis can stay healthy.
Shatterglass.
Street clothes. But if LeBron and AD can combine for like a good 65 games each, both of them can stay healthy, and then you get Kyrie added on top of that. That could be a dangerous team, low key in the West. Granted, I don't know because everybody else is still there. You got the Suns still there. You still got the Warriors. You still got Memphis on the rise. Who else? You got the T-Wolves.
You got Denver if they're healthy.
Yeah, I think Denver is going to finally be healthy this coming year.
Because Jamal Murray's coming back, right?
He should be, and also Michael Porter Jr. So
that's right. Dang, he's taking it hurt.
He close to being street clothes too, for real. But yeah, in all regards, you got a lot of competition still in the West. So, but the Lakers will be a more prominent name again in that mix.
Yeah, I feel feel like that too. Now, so yeah, that was NBA and just insane. Now my thing is, where is KD gonna go?
I don't know. I think he might stay. I don't think anybody.
I feel like at this point he has to because
I don't think anybody's really trying to pick up that slack. Like, no one's trying to give up all that stuff for KD right now.
Right.
Everybody's really good technically. If you look across the board, you got a lot of teams that are
solid.
So.
And then what? And what if you said it's true that Aiden went back to Phoenix? Because that's where I thought KD was ultimately going to end up going with them
and trying to get matched up with Booker and Chris Paul.
Yeah, but if he went back to Phoenix, then it's like, you know what? This ain't Brooklyn for right now, KD. Because then next year you can do whatever it is you want to do once the market opens back up.
But he's still got 4 years on that contract though. But granted, the money's all guaranteed. But that's a lot of
baggage.
A lot of baggage. That's a lot of time though, still. And you not fulfilling the full contract, because I seen something on Undisputed, was it like a couple days ago, and Adam Silver came out saying like, you know, we're not really down. I mean, he said it not directly towards KD, but you know, he was saying like, we're not really rocking with how everybody's trying to force out their deals, and you still got to own up to what you still signed to. So it's like we're seeing players force their stardom and make these decisions just on themselves and not on the actual business and the integrity. And that's what a lot of the older players, the older generation is saying, like Charles Barkley, Shaq, and all them. They're saying like, bro, this hopping around is not what it's supposed to be. You pick a team and you stick there. Like, you tough it out and try and make it work. And then if it doesn't work out, then you look at your options. You don't just up and jump ship when one little thing doesn't go your way. So,
but ultimately that's what it sounded like. I felt like that's what he's been doing once he left OKC. He didn't want to play with Russell more, so he went to Golden State, got 2 rings. Me personally, he never fit that culture that Golden State built with Clay, Steph, and Draymond and other people around him. So literally, he was the outsider that can play, but just never really fit in. So what do? Hey, I want to build my own culture. Hey, let me go to Brooklyn. Oh, Kyrie, you want to come too? All right, bet, cool. That already right there sounded good, but then knowing how they both are, both of them are just, both of them want the ball, both of them want to be in control. Like,
too many egos.
Yeah, too many egos.
Or too much ego.
Either way, the egos were playing a major factor in both of them going to Brooklyn once they first signed there. Then you get James Harden. Then you get Blake Griffin, DeAndre Jordan, LaMarcus Aldridge. It's like, okay, y'all just creating like a whole all-star team.
They tried.
But it's like nothing was really solid. And then y'all failed at making the championship because what? Kyrie got hurt. Harden wasn't really Harden. And then KD, you had to do it all on your own.
Basically.
So it's just like y'all did all of this for nothing. It's just kind of like,
and like you said, they picked up Blake Griffin, old and washed. Let's just face it.
LaMarcus, granted, he had his health problems, but he wasn't the same after he left Portland. I'm just keeping it in the book.
He was close to being old and washed too. He was close to being out the door too. But you know, it's just, you know, we seen the fall. We basically seen the fall of the Nets project. You know, that's just coming to an end.
It's kind of like the Clippers with Lob City.
See, they just couldn't stay healthy. Them niggas, Blake Griffin would always get hurt. Chris Paul would always get hurt. It was just like, bro, you had the potential. And I know Doc Rivers deep down inside is pissed at all y'all.
Oh, I feel like he is too.
And it's just like, bro, I could have had at least a chip or two. Maybe one or two.
What was it? I want to say 2015, it was the year they should have done it.
It was close. They were close to doing it.
Yeah, because they was consistently going back and forth with Golden State in the regular season and in the playoffs.
Right.
Because I think that was the same year Chris Paul finally got past the first round in the playoffs when they beat the Spurs on that late bank shot
you're right.
to win because he got hurt in that same series.
He got getting hurt again.
So, but yeah, man, just KD, like, you're a great player, but
You just gotta bite the bullet, yo. You just gotta stop doing some dumbass shit.
Literally. Now,
Quick question. Where do you think Donovan Mitchell goes with this fire sale that is going on in Utah as we speak?
I have no idea, man.
They're saying the Knicks. The Knicks are a big player in this.
The Knicks are an up and down roller coaster. That's all I'm going to say about the Knicks.
But they would have to give up all their young assets to get Donovan Mitchell.
I'm going to let them handle that. I had no words or no comment for that because if that happens, I know Stephen A. Smith, his hairline will be far gone if that happens. It's already been receding.
So far gone.
It's already receding. So if that deal happens and they send literally all these young bucks away, he's going to be bald.
Because they were saying they might consider trading Randall, Zach, or is it not Zach?
Julius Randle?
Yeah, Julius Randle. Thank you. And like a whole lot, like half the bench and some draft picks. They wanted 6 draft picks. That was rumored.
Don't get me wrong. I like Donovan Mitchell a lot.
First rounders, Ty. First rounders.
But basically, you just willing to give it the entire team for someone like him?
Absolutely not.
God. Again, I like Donovan Mitchell, but I don't think he's got to that status yet.
No.
I don't think so.
No.
I just don't see it. But golly. So, but pop culture. I mean, I don't know where to start, but
just a lot has been going on.
It's a lot, but there's one particular story that I'm gonna let you lead because this don't make no sense. Zach Wilson out here being a MILF, out here smashing MILFs now?
I mean, as of rumored, Zach Wilson was out here taking mom souls. So
because what I heard was like him and his ex-girlfriend, they broke up, but when he was at BYU, he had a teammate that he was tight with.
Mm-hmm.
His teammate ultimately ended up dating his ex-girlfriend, and then people were commenting on her IG on
because they made
so
it
you
official.
so you homie hopping now, but then she came out and said, I'm not the one that homie hop because Zach was out here smashing his best friend's mom. I'm like, yo, what?
It's just crazy.
I'm just like,
granted, with all this going on, the Jets better go above 500. They
y'all
better win some games.
Y'all better make the wild card or something with all this attention Zach Wilson getting.
You better win some games, yo.
You have to that degree.
It's just, how does that go? How does that sit that your man's
is smashing your ex, but then your homie is smashing your mom's. Like that's a weird.
That's a weird get back.
That's a weird rectangle cycle.
It's like I don't even know.
I gave birth to your best friend. You dated my current. You had dated my current
ex.
girlfriend, but yet I end up smashing your mom.
To get back at you, probably.
Like that makes no sense. Like y'all all linked together to do some degree of sex. I'm just saying.
That is crazy. I don't know.
That's wild. That is just wild.
With I don't know. Again, the Jets better win something. They got all these draft picks.
Y'all better do something. Garrett Wilson, Jeremy Rucker, Jermaine Johnson, who was it? Sauce Gardner. Y'all better do something.
Sauce Gardner, yeah.
Y'all better do something with them draft picks and Zach Wilson.
Man, it better come together within the next year. It better come within the next.
No, they better come
games.
during the season.
Yeah, 5 games.
Like, come on, that is crazy.
It's crazy.
Now, also too, there's another story that I'm gonna let you leave because this happened around your workplace. So there's a shooting that happened not too long ago.
Yeah, I mean, granted, there's been multiple shootings around.
We gonna lead into that,
yeah.
But this one in particular just blew my mind.
Yeah, with this one, this happened. Was it out south in Obeds? Was it? There was a man and a woman. It was a man.
It was a couple.
Yeah, it was a couple. They were from Dayton, and they were coming all the way out here. They were temp workers, and dude found out that she was cheating, and he showed up to the job that they both worked together at, and then killed her, and then tried to commit suicide himself. But something happened. He missed or something, and then instead of letting the cops arrest him or whatever, he climbed up a pole and got electrocuted. I forget, not an extension cord or pole, but like one of the big ones. I can't remember what they're called, but yeah, he just electrocuted himself, and there you have it.
But the thing that stood out to me that was a shocker was that they were both illegal.
Yes, they were both immigrants at the same time. They were temp workers from Dayton. They lived in Dayton, but they were
Illegal immigrants.
coming all the way out here just to work. And then something happens. Wife, girlfriend does some shiesty.
Sightsee stuff.
Yeah, shiesty stuff. I was about to say the bad word, but I'm not going to do that. But some foul things. And
Foul
play. Yeah, foul play. But he wasn't rocking with that, and they came all the way out here just to the murker, and then.
But my thing is, how did he
face up himself, and then.
But my thing is, my two things is this: one, how did he get past security with the gun? Second, how did he miss the first attempt of trying to kill himself?
Granted, I've never been in this warehouse. Granted, it's down the street and around the corner from mine, but. I just don't know. They probably didn't have no good security systems. I don't know.
I don't know either. I'm not around that warehouse, so I wouldn't know either. But I'm just like, how did he get past with the gun? Like that's just my thing. And then too, he missed himself trying to shoot himself.
I don't know. It's just crazy. Columbus right now is just
on some weird stuff. That is like, how do we get here?
I don't know. It's like, I don't want to say like it's a war zone right now, but like it's just like everywhere you turn, like literally out here, like over the weekend, it was like six shootings, 6 killings over.
And then over the holiday weekend, it was mass shootings everywhere. I'm just like, see,
around the country, but
but it's like still though, like just it's just getting stupid out here. It's like y'all making this one to say inside when we have every chance to go outside.
Mm-hmm. And then going in with like staying inside Ohio State Fair. We're from Columbus.
Man, listen.
Yeah, the Ohio State Fair, our yearly fair. They're allowing guns to be allowed in the premises.
Basically, what they're saying is we're gonna put y'all in this one small kill box, and then whoever has guns, feel free to use them.
Yeah,
that's basically what they're saying. Everyone and anyone that I know, they reposted that and it said, "F y'all, I ain't going." Because legit, I had planned on going to the fair this year.
I wanted to pop out for.
But seeing this, nah. Y'all setting us up to kill each other in a small kill box, given the area that the fair is in.
Yeah.
We not doing that.
Just for people that don't know, the fairground is a little rocky. I'm gonna just keep it like that.
It's around campus too. Knowing how campus in certain areas can get, but like I said, we in Columbus, Ohio, so Ohio State is our main college here. So, but yeah, just like
we see the plot, and it's not. I don't understand.
We're not stupid. We see what y'all trying to do.
Yeah, but we're probably gonna see some bullshit happen, and we're just gonna let it just go on about our business.
That's why I pray every day that anytime me and my friends go out, that just give us the awareness that we need to avoid any form of chaos.
Mm-hmm. And I'm also skeptical of going to the Rib Fest this year too, because if it's already like that at the fair, who knows what it's going to be like at the Rib Fest.
We'll see, because I still plan on going to the Rib Fest.
I know I still want to go, but if that's just how the type of time that they're going to be on, it's going to be a couple hours and then we're out. We're not staying the whole festivity.
Right.
We getting that slab of rib and we back to the whip.
Exactly. So now, also too, we got a few more topics to talk about real quick with the pop culture wise. Movie reviews that I've seen recently. I've seen the Top Gun Maverick movie, and I've also just recently seen the latest Thor Love and Thunder movie. Real quick topics on both of those on movie reviews real quick. Top Gun Maverick, I'm not going to lie, this was a great sequel, because watching the first Top Gun, which was great, by the way, but then seeing how they played the second one out, it was a lot of callbacks to the first movie, but it was a different it's a different time, of course, but it's a different cast and different egos to watch, because Tom Cruise's character, you've seen the original Top Gun Maverick, he was one of the best pilots the Navy had, but at the same time too, he was just reckless with his shit. But at the same time too, years
hence the phrase Top Gun.
But years down the line in the Top Gun universe, it's like he still kept that same reputation and he never really moved up in his ranking that he needed to. So him going back to Top Gun as an instructor and now coaching up these younger pilots, let alone what's his name, Rooster, who was the son of Goose from the first Top Gun. Again, if you've seen the first Top Gun, you know what happened to Goose. They got caught in a jet roll, and then they ultimately ejected from the plane. But Goose, he got caught up in the ejector seat, and he pretty much hit his head and died on impact. And that left Rooster fatherless, and it left Maverick with a whole lot of guilt, knowing that Rooster has to grow up without a dad, and he was the last person to see his dad alive. So that right there is already a storyline in itself. But then you add in these other pilots with their own
backstories.
Yeah, in a way. Well, not really backstory, but just their characteristics as far as like being pilots. Okay. You add that into the mix, you get a new set of you get a new outline.
Okay.
But ultimately, it's worth seeing, and it's worth seeing more than once. I can honestly say that. Now, again, going back now, seeing Thor: Love and Thunder.
That's on my bucket list. Well, not my bucket list, but my to-do list.
Now, I'm not saying you shouldn't see it, but
what is going on?
But I'll say this though. I'll say this. Going back to Thor: Ragnarok, that had a great blend of comedy and action. I can honestly say with Thor: Love and Thunder, they have more comedy and not that much action.
Okay, but were they telling us did it lead you somewhere? Are we getting anywhere?
All I can say is down the line, like they're gonna add new characters in further Marvel movies, but as far as like the development of Thor, I just feel like they kind of turn him into one big old dummy that's a god.
I mean, yeah, but I'm okay. I was getting to more of the point of, are we, like you said, the development of the universe, the multiverse? Are we getting more insight on that or no?
I don't think they really touched on the multiverse so much with this particular movie.
It was just
I just feel like this was like a continuation from Avengers Endgame going into Thor and what he's been doing since he was with the Guardians of the Galaxy.
All right, I was about to say some more character development. See,
but again, like they're kind of making Thor like just one big dummy.
I get it.
Like he's more comical than like serious than he was in the first two Thor movies and other Avenger movies.
Right. I don't know. See, okay, now my conspiracy brain is going on a little bit. Are we seeing a decline in Marvel production or are they getting stale right now? Are we?
I feel like with this Thor movie, it was stale. I'm not gonna lie, it was stale.
Because it's like I'm not even seeing how everybody, like, there's no connecting. I thought after the Spider-Man movie, we were about to just get our mind blown with just like.
Well, Doctor Strange multiverse, that was up there. Like that was good.
It was good, but it still didn't lead me nowhere. Like it didn't give me more insight. Like after Loki, I felt like we were definitely about to get deep in.
So are you saying like you feel like they're putting more emphasis on these TV series than the actual movies?
But now I'm looking at the TV series. I'm like, bro, these TV series don't even match up. I mean, let me not say they don't match up, but it's like they're not even looking like they're intertwining.
I'm not gonna lie though. Like I was watching some clips of Ms. Marvel. She's gonna be tied into the Avengers soon.
Okay.
Because it's like they got the Secret Invasions movies coming out and all the other movies they got playing lined up. So she's gonna be involved somehow, some way. But like Marvel, they just stay rolling with movies. So it's like we gotta wait.
Because I was kind of talking to my brother about this a minute ago. It was like I was worried about like them making all the TV shows and them having their own like sub-genre almost. But that doesn't connect
I don't think so, because again, like what WandaVision did with Doctor Strange, that made sense.
But we haven't. I mean, Moon Knight that didn't really.
I can't really speak on Moon Knight. I feel like that I don't know how they're gonna tie that into Avengers. I really don't.
Or anything, to be honest.
Because like the only only 4 out of the series movies. Well, now 5. Honestly.
Episodes?
No, just the series wise, all the series that they've been dropping, like WandaVision, Captain America, and Winter Soldier and Falcon.
Those were the 2 that made sense.
And Loki to a degree,
Loki, yeah,
and Hawkeye.
yeah, because that introduced Kingpin,
Right. That introduces Kingpin,
Daredevil.
and what's her name?
Because we did see Daredevil and Spider-Man.
Right, but what's her name too?
Jessica Jones.
In Hawkeye.
His protege.
Echo. Echo.
Oh, Echo. Okay,
You introduced her into the series, into the Marvel universe, and also too. Well, granted, she was in Black Widow, but Black Widow's sister.
Right. Yep.
She's gonna be the new Black Widow. So you introducing all these characters, but stuff like that made sense.
Mm-hmm.
As far as like this recent Thor movie, I don't know how it does make sense with anything else.
I know that's kind of how I felt with Doctor Strange a little bit. I mean, it gave us a glimpse a little bit because it tied in WandaVision, but when it ended, it just didn't do.
Well,
nothing.
I feel like they setting up for his third movie too, but also too at the same time, like granted, he wasn't in Shang-Chi, but Juan was, so we forgot about him too.
Yeah, same. Yeah.
So he's gonna be added to the mix soon. Don't know how, but after once to figure out what the 10 rings was, we got to see how that plays out too. Mm-hmm. So right now, I just feel like Marvel knows what they're doing, but just as a fan, it's like kind of like
it's dragging.
It's like, okay, Marvel, can y'all make this make sense? Because we kind of lost right now.
Yeah, it's dragging a little bit. We're not
what I'm
really
saying?
Seeing.
But that's my opinion. That's my take on both movies. Like Top Gun Maverick, worth seeing twice. Great sequel. Thor: Love and Thunder. I mean, the only reason why it is doing numbers is because it's Chris Hemsworth as Thor, and he's more on the comedic side. And on top of that, too, you get Jane back, after not being in the previous Avenger movies, let alone in other Thor movies too. So yeah. And the only thing I will say is that if you read the comics, when it comes to Thor and Jane, then then they're playing her like with her having cancer. That's the only thing I'm gonna say.
Dang, kind of spoiled that for me.
It's in the comics.
I'm just kidding, bro. I'm just kidding.
It's in the comics, so but
yeah. I still need to watch it. I might go watch it Tuesday.
I would say this though, don't see it in 3D. It's not really worth seeing.
See, I don't really watch movies in 3D or like that. Now it has to be like something like I know is going to be like crazy.
Doctor Strange though, we had to see that in 3D.
Yes, but yeah, 3D movies don't really do it for me. I can just rock out with the regular 2D, but it's gotta be IMAX, big screen though, big screen.
Right.
What else? We get Stranger Things. I just want to say this real
I'm gonna
quick.
let you take that one.
I'm so sorry that we gotta wait 2 years for the season finale. Or
what?
Yes. Or
so they pulling the
series
Euphoria
finale. Huh?
They pulling the Euphoria.
For sure they are. But it's looking very interesting. I mean, we're kind of seeing where everything's going to go down. People were saying that Hopper should have died a long time ago. He should have, how is he still alive? The Russians should have been
murked him.
We know who Vecna is. It's just crazy. We're seeing a lot of things come together, but people are saying that Will is Vecna. So
again, I don't know really none of these characters. So I really know what you're talking about.
I know. I'm not trying to spoil too much or give too much, but I'm just saying, this is what the internet is saying as of right now. But yeah, it's
2 years though.
Yeah, they really did get me salty with that though. 2 years. I think they said July
24
or something like that. But just a 2-year point. I'm just like, bro, you just hoodwinked me. I'm like, I thought we were gonna. To be honest, I thought we were at the end. Now, like when it came out, I thought this was going to be it.
Yeah, I thought this was their last season.
I mean, it was the last season, but it wasn't the series finale.
Series finale.
Yeah, it wasn't none of that. But yeah, I mean, all in all, it's a good show. If you've not watched it, if you like science fiction, if you like, I don't know, I don't want to say like scary, but it's got some like.
If you like some horror stuff added to the mix, then cool.
A little horror stuff, a little science fiction, a little aliens,
little MK mind control.
a little bit of everything. Let me just say it like that. But it's a good show. Definitely get into it if you want to.
Now, Now, real quick, granted, we can talk about these other stuff on the next pod, but like, there's like one specific thing that's going to lead into the SYM topic. So, Elon Musk is being sued by Twitter.
Oh yeah, I mean, Elon Musk was trying to buy Twitter. He was trying to outright own Twitter, but there's a lot of shareholders. There's a lot of people that are on the board that you gotta get out the way to do that. But now, he was being sued because one, he didn't want to do the deal no more because they weren't trying to give him full control, and also that the something in the contract was not reading right in his mind, so he didn't do the deal. But now, the board is trying to sue him for false pretenses of like buying the company and just a whole bunch of crazy stuff. But the suit is crazy. They're suing him for billions of dollars.
Dang.
Billions of dollars. So I'm just like, this is another type of finance that I do not know. So I cannot even imagine getting hit with a invoice for $1 billion that you're getting sued for. I'm like,
well, if you think that's
my heart would explode immediately.
If you think that's crazy, you about to this leading into the SYM topic. This is just, again, disgusting. So not only did he get hit with $1 billion lawsuit from Twitter, but he also got hit with news that his daddy
Pops
has another kid on the way with his stepdaughter.
Well, I don't know. See, that's just that weird rich. I said witch. I mean, that's some witch shit too.
No, you said it right, but I get what you were trying to say initially.
Rich shit, like thinking just like,
but
their society, like that is weird. Like
his dad's statement still did not help him at all. He said, we were born to reproduce. Not with someone that's in your family, stupid.
No.
That's incest.
You see those mountain people that have incest families, and they don't turn out the nicest. So
come on, man. You sleeping with your stepdaughter, really?
Amen.
I don't care if she blood or not. You married her mom for some odd reason, but then you just say, you know what, your daughter look good. I'm gonna get a piece of that. What?
Excuse me?
Like come on, man. Like.
Oh no, it's just weird though. Should there be? You feel like there should be like a offense for that? Like, do you think there needs to be jail time? If
I don't. Again, we can't understand because we don't have that mindset, nor would we ever have that mindset. But
hold on, did you hear about the 10-year-old girl that got raped and has to keep the baby?
Man,
or they were talking about making her keep the baby?
Listen, man, like that was one topic I didn't want to really talk about because it hit home because she's from here.
Yeah, she's from Columbus. I just thought
about
that.
Again, it's like when Roe V Wade came out and they dropped that thing saying that you now got to keep your baby regardless of your situation. It's just kind of like, so anyone that's been raped, they got to keep the baby from a rapist or just a molester that they encountered, not on accident. This is on purpose from the molester's standpoint and from the rapist standpoint. Mm-hmm. And now a little girl has to keep a child that she didn't ask for, let alone she didn't ask to have sex with. Right. Like, come on, but
got forced upon.
Exactly, but a child's life is more precious than you not really looking at these gun laws that people out here just randomly that's just out here shooting people with. Like, come on now. Or better yet, a baby's life is more important than making sure that little kids can go to school and not get shot up at. Like, come on now. Like what are we doing? And then but like I heard too recently, like I think she tried to go out of state to get the baby aborted because
she tried to go to like to Indiana, I believe, or
something like that. But it's just kind of like the fact that you denied her to, not have this baby, it's sick on your end because it's like, what are you telling other little girls or other little kids since Roe V Wade got dropped? Like, what are you now telling them?
It's just going to be it changed the world. I mean, it changed society. I mean, we're going to see the lasting effects of this for a while, a long time.
And like we can get into more details on why this is happening, but we can say that for the next pod. But just again, I wasn't really trying to talk about that, but
it just hit me. I didn't mean to bring it up.
But nah, it's just the fact that again, a baby is having a baby, basically. Yeah. That's basically what that is. And the lawmakers and government, y'all like, hey, gotta keep it. Yeah, what? Cool. Nah, my thing is, what if this was your child? What if this was your grandchild? You would go
move heaven and earth.
Exactly, to make sure they don't have that baby. But since it's not y'all's, and y'all help, y'all are in agreement with these new laws that are being passed, y'all okay with it. Like, y'all have to be okay with it. Right. Y'all just forget y'all have a conscience and just feel like that, knowing that a 10-year-old should not be having a baby. And on top of that, too, she got raped and got pregnant. Like, that still doesn't ring a bell in y'all's conscious head to be like, hey, she didn't plan this. She was forced into having sex. And there was nothing she can do. Like, you really think a 10-year-old going to overpower a grown man?
Absolutely not.
Like, come on now.
Yeah. I don't know, man. The world is just getting wilder and wilder every time I look up. It's like one thing after another. Yeah, it's really, for real. It's just like
one big old domino effect that I feel like can be stopped, but people are not making it to be stopped. They're enforcing everything to keep it going. It's like,
I don't know, man. Just prayers to everybody. We just hope everybody stays safe out here. Stay dangerous.
Stay safe, not dangerous.
Stay dangerous.
So, but that's gonna wrap it up for the SYM pod, man. Like I said, man, we finally hit 300 subscribers, and we on the way to 1K. Keep these views running up. Keep subscribing. Keep watching the videos, because the consistency is still on the drive. Like, we ain't stopping.
Full throttle. Yeah, that's the word. Full throttle.
Full pedal to the metal.
Yeah, pedal to the metal. Like, comment, share, subscribe. YouTube, Patreon, Spotify, Apple, Anchor, SoundCloud. Almost forgot SoundCloud. Shout out to SoundCloud. Yeah, it's your boy Seth.
It's your boy TY.
Speak Your Mind 2.0 SYM Networks. Speak your mind.
We gone.
Speaking your mind, that's what I be talking about. I'm speaking my mind, my mind.